Hello, everybody. Let's catch up on some news here, see what we got. First one here, it says that the car thefts, remember it exploded and we thought we had a peak last year? We talked about it peaking, and it was just a question of waiting another year to look back and confirming that. And yes, we can confirm that. Now it's clear for sure. We've peaked on the car thefts. And the question is, why? Why did we peak? Why is it going down? And I don't have the answer for you, pal. I just got the let's get down to business plan because of Adam's family, Rogers, and Chris Hensley. What's up, pal? So, guys, they say it peaked and it's going down 17%. And specifically, they were talking about Ontario here. On Ontario, 17% in 2024. The question is, why? Are cars less valuable than a year ago? I think not. I think inflation is at its height. It's still bad. I don't doubt it. And as long as the price is high, it's gonna be good. I think it's more on the police side. You know, when there's a will, there's a way, and then they can scare them at bay. So that's about it for this one. It's just to note that fact here. Let's go to more interesting stuff here. What do we got here? So, 2 suspects arrested in link with rounds being let off. This is February 5, so last week. Someone has been spraying neighborhoods in the sector of Arvida in Saguenay. Now, that's the key here. It's the Saguenay part. I beat it to death, the Saguenay part. You know whose fiefdom is Saguenay, right? You know who was managing that for the Hells Angels, right? And you know who decided he had enough? None other than Al Boivin. Now, I'm not even sure how you pronounce it anymore because it's the first time that someone named Al is actually A-double-L. For me, it's All Boivin, but doesn't sound right. You know, I still keep calling him Al. I don't care how you wrote it, pal. Our buddy Al Boivin right here. I'm assuming this has to be related to him somehow, you know? Salute to K6 Real, Green Thumbs as well. So here, it says that 2 suspects were arrested in link with this spraying of the area on the night of Monday to Wednesday. Mind you, it's last week, okay? Two witnesses contacted authorities approximately 2:30 in the morning. So we got the 2:30 in the morning spraying. That checks out as it usually does. It's between 11 p.m. and 6 in the morning, which is either the fires or the spraying rounds at a house. And usually it's a message. Here I'm assuming it's a message. You don't actually catch people at 2 in the morning. They're sleeping, right? So, and you don't want people to see you. So usually it's a message, usually. But I guess 2 witnesses came forward. At 2:30, they called the cops. They said, hey, there's a shooting here on our neighborhood. And let's see what. Then they had a police operation, they're saying here. Nobody was hurt. See? A message right here. Let's see what we got. But it says the operation culminated with 2 suspects. So they got 2 suspects. And they're being held. Okay, and no more information to that, I assume. They can't say that they're saying it's too quick to make any ties to the BFM wars with the Hells Angels. So I guess maybe we are a little too quick to say that, but I don't know, man. I always jump on that one. By now, I'll always jump on that. But look at this. So 2:30 in the morning, right? This happens. They let off rounds at a house or in this neighborhood. No one's killed. Clearly a message. Now they're saying that 1 hour before that even happened, authorities had been called to a vehicle that was burning. Does not ring any bells. Now it doesn't for once because the bells would tell you it's in Montreal, which is not in Montreal here. It's in Jonquière. So this is not related to the Montreal stuff. It might still be related to this Hells Angels and Independence thing. Might be. We don't know, but it's not every day that people, normal people, burn each other's cars because someone effed his girlfriend. I don't think so. Not by now. We drilled it in our heads. How you doing, guys? How's Daniel Gould doing, huh? How's Chris Hensley doing? How's the Green Thumb from Ottawa doing, huh? Mr. Green Thumb? So let's go to the next story. Montreal restaurant on St. Catherine Street targeted by rounds. Now this one's a notable one for me because if any of you ever decided to come to visit Montreal, chances are at a certain point you will cross that street because, well, you're going to go the places where there's people. You're going to go to downtown. And that's the most, I guess you could say that, the most important downtown street. The most important one. That's where all the action's at, I'm not saying bad action. I'm saying people, people are around there. It's like sort of like New York, you have Times Square. People go to Times Square. In Montreal, people go to St. Catherine Street. Get it? So St. Catherine Street store targeted by rounds. Now, mind you, it's not way far from the other restaurants that are getting extorted. It's not way far at all. Sure, walking, it sucks to walk all this distance to get to St. Catherine. I can't lie. But by car, it's pretty quick. So it's not left field, We're not going somewhere completely far here. It's the same zones, It's the downtown areas. So you have restaurants being targeted by rounds. Now remember, there was how they would do it is they would mail you the bullets at the restaurant. They will mail you a bullet with a letter to pay, and then if you don't respond correctly, they might send a guy come to your restaurant and knock up the place. If they don't do it that way, they'll send a guy to spray it at 2 a.m. Now this one seems to be one of the latter cases, although we don't have much information. But they sprayed it. I don't think they just randomly spray places. I think there's a backstory to this, although the store owner doesn't want to be part of it. He doesn't want to participate in this backstory. Yeah, 4:15 in the morning, as usual, right? Wednesday. This one's new. This one's more new. So when they say Wednesday, it means yesterday. This one's yesterday, at 4:15 in the morning hours. And St. Catherine's pretty big, so it's on the corner of Bleury, de Bleury. All right, for those who are wondering. And no arrests at this time, man. No arrests at this time. Bienvenue, Gagnon. Alain. Welcome, pal. Welcome. Next story, boys. So just keep that in note. It's spreading to St. Catherine Street now. Now, I'm very curious of how they approach this other one. Is it similar to the previous that we talked about? That's somehow related to the Arab powers or West Island gangs. But I got a little bit of how they operate, perhaps who they are. I got a little bit more information on that for you later on this evening. It's gonna be interesting to learn about some of these people. All right, next one, setting off fires on vehicles again. We know we don't got pyromaniacs going around for fun, getting the rocks off. It's not how it works in Quebec. It's actually pretty organized, if you will. There's an intention behind it. There's a goal. There's a plan. It's financial at the end of the day. But yeah, Ancienne Lorette. Now, it's not Montreal at all, but you see this tendency of burning vehicles. Mainly, it was in the Montreal region. It was all we were reading about. Montreal, Laval. It was Montreal, Laval, and nonstop over and over these months. Now, the copycats or the inspiration is spreading all across the province. Here you go. And no, he didn't carry out a hit and then he burned his vehicle. It's literally the vehicle is burned for its own purpose. It serves its own purpose itself. That's the ends, the means to this end right there. Now it's in Ancienne Lorette. And again, 3:20 in the morning, no surprise. We're in Frankland. So if it was the 3 p.m., it would say 15 hour. It says 3:20. That's 3:20 in the a.m., pal. 3:20 in the a.m. Same thing. Police of Quebec called. So yeah, there you go. Red zone. I'm not too familiar with the names. The mini names. I went there this summer. It went real quick. I didn't have time to check. Plus, me and my bad memory. So I'll forget right away. I just know a few names that'll stick in my head. But l'Ancienne Lorette, I forgot. Yes, there you go. Ville, you have Police of Quebec City. So it's one of those areas over there. So there you go. Red zone, 3:20 in the morning, vehicle burning. And that's all you need to know, man. It answers itself, doesn't it? Did they arrest anyone? No, they didn't. It ends right there, this story. Dry as hell. But all right. Next one, It keeps going. Where are we? We are at. We come back to Montreal and we go to Ahuntsic-Cartierville. So again, you know this neighborhood. I've talked earlier today. I said these fires in Montreal happening over and over and over again. Well, the main place that's been happening over and over and over again, it's this neighborhood right there, with a large concentration of Arabic people, and bordering right next with Laval, where there's another high concentration of Arabic people and mobsters living there, and also adjacent to to the West Island, not too far off. Everything comes together, and these are the three places where you got these messages between 12 a.m. and 6 in the morning, And here we have Ahuntsic-Cartierville, one of the main ones. I'm just gonna double check here, man. Un immeuble évacué de manière. Okay, so they had to evacuate a building. The building was not the target, but they were afraid the building was going to catch on fire or a security measure because the vehicle next to it was set on fire. Now, I don't believe in accidents in Ahuntsic-Cartierville. I don't think the car, the guy light up a match by accident and in his car he was smoking a cigarette. I don't think so. Forgive me for assuming. I think that someone burned this vehicle in that specific neighborhood. But, there you go. And they're pretty sure it's a criminal intent. There you go. That's all you needed. We're confirmed pretty much. The time of the day, guys? Anyone's a taker? Anyone's a taker? That 1:15 in the morning. The usual between 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. That's my calling card for these. I will repeat this to death for you. So, there you go, man. Let's check what's going on. Mr. Green says, no, it was the people inside the building that it was targeting. Right on. Good, clever point, dude. they're how you say? In the end, they're targeting people. They're not just targeting the vehicle or the place. True. Where are we? Do we have anything else? They didn't arrest anybody. They don't have any extras for us. I don't want to read these line by line, man. I glance at it, but I have a nitpicker somewhere who's going to say, you missed this line over there. Well, I'm sorry, pal. The mouth has to move while I read, and I have to think about 3-4 things at the same time, man. Have mercy if I miss something once in a while, bro. All right, move to the next one. Is that okay? Let's go to the next. So that was Ahuntsic-Cartierville. Another vehicle burning targeted between the special hours. Oh, here you go. Here you have a face for your daughter, when she comes in at home knocking and says, Daddy, I want you to meet Marvin Ouimet, my new Hells Angels boyfriend. And Dad's gonna have a heart attack. But no, he shouldn't, because Marvin Ouimet says, violence and sales of stupefiers, I don't want any anymore. What is this about, man? You're quitting early like that, man. You're still young. You still got time, man. Canada's not going to give you a life. You can do it again. Marvin Ouimet will decide, says Marvin Ouimet will decide if he'll leave the Hells Angels once his sentence is finished. That's when he's going to decide. He sounds like he already decided. Well, which one is it? The guy who's writing the article, Daniel Renault, who has a bounty on his head from one of the biggest snitches in Quebec history. What's his name again? Silva, who, by the way, I just read somewhere and I lost it. I wish I had saved that one, but I believe that he got paid $3 million for all the havoc he caused. He got his reward. Unbelievable, eh? Maybe I dreamt it because I don't find the article. Maybe it was a dream. But I'm pretty certain I saw somewhere he get paid $3 million or something for his cooperation. It's very interesting times we live in. But coming back to Marvin here, the Hells Angels assures the parole board that he has never retaken his criminal activities and that he always respected his conditions. Now, I don't know if he's in jail or if he's not. I'm a little bit confused. His name is Casper. I'd rather just call him Casper. He's always considered by the police as a member of the Hells Angels, the most influential in Quebec. He was condemned to 27 years in the pen in 2014. Wow. And the Shark QC operations led in 2009. But he saw himself being freed at 2/3 of his sentence. So why don't we stop giving people magical numbers? Huh? Why don't we just give them the real sentence? So we don't act all hard and stuff, you know? But it was suspended in September of 2024 after almost a year after having obtained it. What do you mean? So he had to come back to court on Friday to re-win his liberty. I'm not sure how this stuff works. You could tell. I just want to skip all the reading, pal. If it's just going to be legal stuff, I want to see if there's anything interesting for us here. Now they're saying the reason his liberation was suspended. Okay, so he got freed in 2/3, and then they suspended his freedom. They went to grab him. They need to have a reason, and the reason here they're saying, citing 3 different sources, who advised the correctional services, I guess the parole board, that Ouimet had retaken his activities of trafficking stupefires. So he's suspected of trafficking stupefires again. All right, so he has conditions. He's not allowed to have companies, I guess, because in the past he tried to infiltrate Masonry. I have no idea what this is. You know, it's one of those trades. You know, trades, labor. I forget. All I know is it reminds me of Masonry. I have no idea what that is. But I'm sure one of you guys obviously do. So I don't know why they're saying he attempted to infiltrate Masonry. So you mean that he's trying to money launder? He was trying to launder money? Because what's bad about him, joining Masonry? You know, if it's a trade, what's wrong with that? I'm assuming they're trying to say he was using it. Anyhow, because of that, he tried to direct. He's not allowed to direct any company right now, I guess, because he was trying to do it illegally. We're doing legal stuff. Thank you, Adam Rogers. He says, all aboard, Boivin or Beninder Daliwal Boivin. Yeah, that's a wild one, dude. That's a wild one. That is a wild one. But yeah, they both, the Daliwal guy and Boivin, both have 9 lives, you know? One can never be arrested. He's always on the prowl. And the other one, you can't kill him. He has 9 lives. He keeps coming back. He even kills the assassins who tried to kill him, man. I guess they have something in common here. So, let's see if we can... They're saying here, look at this. Since 2021, there is a notice or an alert that's saying that the life of Ouimet is in danger. Give me 1 sec. What the heck? Sorry about that. I almost lost my connection here. Sorry about that. I had a glitch. Weird. Sorry about that. My screen shut off for a sec. Where were we? Yeah, what the hell? Why am I completely lost myself here? There you go. Okay. So his life was in danger, something like that. But that's not the reason why his suspension why his freedom was taken back. That's not the reason. Okay. It's a little bit all over the place. I'm going to basically just try to translate this word for word because I'm getting confused trying to summarize it this way. Let me just do it like that. The fathers are dead. Cooked by the commission, Joseph Lenné, Friday morning, Ouimet said that he always respected his conditions. Now there's a quote here. The owner of the company, that is not my profession. No, that is not his profession. That's mine. My tasks have always been well defined. I've always been transparent, and no one ever spoke to me before suspending my liberation. I guess he's saying I never got a warning. Okay. And he says that the 3 sources, remember the 3 guys who said, that, he's involved in trafficking again, remember? So he says the 3 sources of the police were, according to him, Ouimet saying, one single source. And he says that he denied ever having retaken his activities. Okay, I think we're wasting time here. Dans le temps, he says, during the biker war, I did violence. I'm conscious of that. That fathers died for stupefyers sold on the streets. Children have suffered. Bad things were done to society. I participated in that. There's nothing acceptable in that, he said. The ex-Hells Angel said, or he's still a Hells Angel. Now he says, continuing his quote, I was condemned for that. I cannot deny everything that happened. Today, I'm like you. I read the newspapers, I look at television, but I'm not aware of any of it. I'm not implicated in it basically at all, he's saying. Then when the commission asked him if his wishes were incompatible with the fact that he's still a member of the Hells Angels, good point. Saying that you and then Marvin Ouimet talked about the possibility of leaving the ranks of the bikers, but uniquely at the end of his sentence in 2028. That's pretty funny, huh? That is pretty funny. Actions speak louder than words at the end of the day. You know? Watch the actions, less the words, and you'll do far better. Life lesson there. Now he says, I made a promise to my family that I would stick to legality, and I'll stay legal, basically. I'll do only legal stuff. There are members of the Hells Angels who are criminalized, but there are others who work legally, of which myself. If belonging to the Hells Angels go against my objectives, I will take the decision in a respectful way which has honor. But that gets done in person and not at the tip of a paper. Whatever that means. Continuing the quote from the Hells Angel. Clearly, he's still a Hells Angel. I no longer want violence or the sales of stupefyers. I believe I could still be part of the Hells Angels without violence and without committing a crime. If not, I will take my decision when the moment comes. I cannot do it right now, right away, because I can't meet up with anybody. Okay. No question of playing the game. Of course, now they're saying he's not allowed to speak to anybody implicated in crime or related to a criminal organization. Does that mean he's not supposed to be tied to any Hells Angels anyway? Anyways, we're going to skip this. It's going to be a lot of blah, blah. We get the gist. All right, let's move on to the next, guys. Oh, is it the same story twice? My bad. Next, the murder of a friend of Reynald Desjardins. Yes, remember if you checked one of the episode, The Exotic Retaliation of Vito Rizzuto, one of the videos on my channel. I did a storytelling episode on that one. You should check it out. This man shows up there. I believe it was him. They were going to go off mob boss Desjardins. Was it his friend, I think? I think it was his friend. My memory's going right now. Anyway, they were waiting outside his house. And he bloods do as bloods do. You know? They see children in front of the house. And they're not a bunch of savages. They saw the kids, he saw the kids, and he said, no way. We could do it right now, we're not. Just for the fact that these children are playing here. And they left. They left it alone. They let the children have a safe environment. They left. And they waited another day, came back. That's the guy. That's one of the stories. So if you checked, recently we had a last episode I released, storytelling. It was not him, but it was another situation, similar. If you look, similar situation. But what a coincidence, pure coincidence. In the news, this man, an older story pops up. So what is this story about this man popping up? He's supposed to be in prison right now. Conditional liberation refused for one of the authors of this hit. That's him. Oliver gay, right? I'm sure he's not gay. It's just his last name's gay, because gay means more than that. So I think he's just happy, but he's not happy here. Definitely not. He should change himself to not happy, Oliver. In reason of his the quote is his delinquencies are still anchored. His way of being in prison with his friends, no choice. Member of a commando of killers who would have dipped in the murder of the best friend of Rénal Desjardins in 2013. All right. So, see, now it's coming back to me a little bit. So that's him right here. Gay 42 was part of a commando group of Bloods, Unit 44, who assassinated Gosselin, but also Vincenzo Scuderi, a couple of days of difference between one or the next. So a couple of days later or a couple of days before. Scuderi was the right-hand man of Giuseppe De Vito, a chief of a Montreal mafia clan. Remember De Vito, the seed sower? He sows his seed across. His wife, allegedly, people thought his wife, come on. Let's keep it real, Let's keep it real, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm gonna BS you, dude. I think she killed her children, But she was guilty, and then they said, wait a sec, we're gonna condemn a woman, a mother. No, she can't be guilty, All the facts point to her, but she cannot be. We need to try her a second time. They tried her second time. She was guilty again. Then a year later, wait a second. That just cannot be right. That's not the sentence that we want for a mama. Let's make her not guilty. And they brought her a third time and finally said, yeah, you're not guilty. You can go home now, Yes, that one, guys. So Giuseppe De Vito right here, the great... I understand why she was pissed, I can understand why. He couldn't keep his seed to himself. But... Giuseppe De Vito, Ponytail De Vito, that guy. So, the right-hand man of Giuseppe De Vito, they're saying here, Scuderi was. Scuderi got offed by the commando of Unit 44. That's what you need to understand so far. We're good? And they're saying that Giuseppe De Vito, with the company of other mafiosis like Rénal Desjardins, would have attempted to take over the Rizzuto's power in between 2009 to 2011. Man, how time flies. And as you know, like a movie that Montreal or Quebec is, De Vito was poisoned by cyanide in the pen in Donnacona in 2013. You can't make this stuff up. Crazy. Anyways, man, crazy as hell. Let's keep going. You guys are making me laugh, man. That's funny. À peine 3 mois, less than 3 months, I guess. Barely, there you go, yeah. Barely 3 months after the murders of Gosselin and Scuderi, Mr. Not So Happy, him right here. I can't possibly call you gay today. Mr. Not So Happy and his accomplices were arrested. So about 3 months later, they got arrested and accused. Mr. Not So Happy pled guilty to 2 chiefs of plotting the murders of Gosselin and Scuderi and received in 2017 the longest sentence of the 4 suspects. 18 years. So in 2017, he got 18 years, but I think he was already imprisoned, right? So you get time and a half. I'm a little bit confused here. But you know how Canada's a little, just this stuff. There's this stuff to consider, It's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's not that simple as he got 18, so you can just add them up, It's a lot more complicated than that. Let's keep going. We Close Our Eyes. That's the title here. No, don't close your eyes, pal. During the procedures, they showed text messages implicating Mr. Not So Happy. Remember, I did a role play in that episode. If you want to hear, you could hear the words. I'll try to play it up for you. And he was in that text message. It says he was writing right after the murder of Scuderi. He wrote, "Never two without 3. Send the 3rd. I'm starting to acquire a taste for this ish." He was enjoying it. Money was flowing in. It was super easy. It was exciting. The adrenaline. and he did the forbidden, and he was and it felt damn good to get rewarded big time for it. But you had to leave trace of your glory, and that came back to bite you. Let's keep going. Now, in front of the parole board on January 30th, Mr. Not So Happy explained that these messages had nothing to do with murder or these murders. They were rather related to the purchase of stupefyers. Smart. And that because it was, I guess, Creole lingual, Creole Haitian language, just he's saying that these are like Creole expressions kind of thing. His written were misinterpreted, Well done, well done. That's how you do it, pal. Lorsque les commissaires lui ont demandé, when they asked him if he knew that he or his friends were about to commit a murder, Mr. Not So Happy responded that he doubted it. I don't understand what he's saying. He's saying that, but in this field, we close our eyes. I don't get. How could you ask that stupid question to him? He didn't trip on a gun in his hand, landed in front of the guy's house at the right time, and then pulled the trigger, and expected that guy to have a long life. Sometimes, man, wonder where they get these stupid questions. Of course he. All right, contraband par drone. Now, contraband by drones. I think this will explain why they're saying that he still has delinquent ways. I think that's going to explain it. In front of the audience of the parole board, they underlined the fact that Mr. Not So Happy was implicated in the contraband by drones to the pen. So they were using drones to bring stuff in. And that he also failed a drug test. And he got, they say, forbidden objects on him, cell phones. What? A second, what do you call it, Matla? How do you say this? I forgot the name, man. What's it? Your bed, you're just that big thing you sleep on your bed? You know what I'm talking about? Mattress. There you go, mattress. He snuck in a second mattress? I don't get it, man. How did you sneak in a second mattress? Mattresses are huge. But they're listing this as a forbidden good. I don't know how stuff works, but they listed a second mattress as a forbidden good. That means he had to sneak in a mattress. That goes over my head. But they also found USB keys, all in his cell. So of course he's gonna deny, and now we know why he got denied. That is weird. So the parole board, they're saying this as a fact here. This is not coming from him. They're saying this as a fact in his court hearing, as a fact coming from the officers, that that his status of affiliation with the blood gang is inactive since this November of 2024. Interesting how they would claim this as a fact. I wonder, how do you do that? How do you go? That means something happened. If you be considered inactive, how could you say that outright? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm asking you. I've got no clue. She noted. Okay, and they say that they noted that he's been cleaning. He has a cleaning job and he's taking it serious. That he finished a couple of programs and that he made some progress. It's all good. Anyways, I'm not here to judge the guy. I'm not here, man. I'm just here to make some jokes. Honestly, I'm just to try to crack a joke here and there. But yeah, there's nothing more than here to say. I was expecting some new developments. It's not there. You guys are funny, man. I almost said his real name here. I don't want to. You know, in my generation, you called someone that, it was an insult. You know, I'm still not comfortable calling you that, buddy. Mister Not So Happy will soon be liberated from office at 2/3 of his sentence. Really? Okay. But they denied him, they said. Anyways, I'm not going to waste time on this. We got it. Interesting. So it's good to look back. It's fun to look back at what happens in prison, you know? But yeah, that's it. Okay, next one, guys. Battle against Fenty and the Mexican cartels. The plan of the RCMP explained. What is this plan to stop Fenty? You know? Pretty much they're doing a horrible job securing any borders. It's a joke. But when they want to fix something, like when they had the pandemic, and you absolutely had to be vaccinated if you wanted to have a job, you know, suddenly everything was rolling out quickly. You know, they were able to solve problems. In other words, when they actually want to solve problems, they'll put a knife on your neck, and you're gonna have no choice. They'll solve it. But when something drags along for years and years and years, you can assume that it's a half-ass effort. Sorry, that's my opinion. Let's keep going here. So here they're saying they have a plan explained. What's this plan? You know, I'm not into reading 20 pages of this plan. Can we get a summary here? If someone knows it, let us know. You can type the plan in a sentence or two. Where are we here? Okay, so they're going to use helicopters. Let's put it like that. 100 drones on the Canadian skies. 100 drones. They bought some helicopters, Black Hawks, they're saying here. Where are we going? So they're going to... Technology, basically. $666 million. They're not saying dollars, but yeah, I think they're talking about dollars. Yeah, it has to be money. So that's how much it's going to cost to do a bunch of this technology purchases. And paying people, patrollers, as they're saying. Mixed patrols, they're saying. Let's keep going. They will increase the personnel by 35%. 35% more people working in these areas, I guess. In the border. Here you go. That looks delicious. If it is what I think it is. Which I don't touch anymore. It's been more than a year. You know, February 21st. But man, sometimes it's tempting. Battle against Fenty and the Mexican cartels. Here you have a super lab in British Columbia. Yes, I don't want to read all this. It's not going to be interesting for us that much. We just want to see if we can capture some quick highlights. Yeah, so they designated in the U.S. the cartels as terrorist groups. Finally, man. Finally. They're definitely terrorizing the people in Mexico. Where are we going here? Yeah, I guess we're going to skip this, but we're not going to read all that for sure. We're more interested in this kind of stuff here. Okay, the main story of the day. The main story. The murder of Nitchel Lapaix in 2021. So, remember, there's just too many names. Remember, there was this street gang war that's been going on, or you could say prison gang war. Maybe it's prison gangs that are also street gangs. But there is about 3 or 4, maybe not 4, maybe it was 3. My memory's not good. Do you remember those numbered gangs? There was like a number to them. I don't remember the number. It could be anything. It could be 24. It could be 23. It had a gang number. All I know is one of them was a blue. The other one was red from Laval. The one from Laval, I'll remember. It was Flamehead Boys. And then there was a third gang. I know there was 3 gangs, basically. And each of them tied to a larger pipeline. But the thing is, their underlings on the streets got into a beef with each other or whatever. They were tit for tat killing each other over the last, say, 4 or 5 years. Max 5 years, if I recall. And one of them was one of these stories. So there was 3 main events. One of them was in a mall. Another one was on Guy Street on I think it's called Arabesque, a shisha spot. The guy got killed there. Forgot his name. They called it, was a member of Downtown Projects or something like that. And then there was another one. It was Nitchel Lapaix right here. I think he was leaving a bar or a strip club or something like this. But it was in Laval. I do recall it was something to do with Laval. Now, they might be tit for tat. They might all be related, etc. At least two of them for sure was related. This one might be or might not be. I'm not sure. But anyhow, I wanted to just remind you of, we categorize these stories, right? When we talk about BFM versus Hells Angels, that's one thing. When we talk about the downtown takeover, pizzo extortion of restaurants or businesses in downtown, that's one thing. And you got Arab Power there. You might have, no, you might. I'm not 100%. You might have Celestin Clan. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's the second storyline. Then but you have to know there's the third storyline too. It's still gonna be related to these guys, but a little bit more loosely. But the main characters, it's gonna be the foot soldiers. This is that one. It's the story of the foot soldiers, who are hating each other and battling each other, killing each other, trying to get revenge. You killed my best friend, my buddy. We're gonna get you back, man. And then they've been getting each other back. Okay, we're good so far. We're good. And I told you it's still gonna be loosely linked to the two other major storylines, or the one major storylines of the downtown takeover. Why? Because it's the same pipeline. And look at this one. You'll agree with me in 1 second. So let me go and we'll see. Murder of Nitchel Lapaix in 2021. Two suspects sprayed 17 shots in the direction of Nitchel Lapaix in August of 2021 in a residential neighborhood in Laval. A theory that's advanced by the Crown in the process of Tarek Youssef Baidoun and Sylvain Kabouchi. Right off the bat, you got Arab Power right there. Both of them accused in the first degree. So I guess that's why he's being held in prison at the moment. Okay? Here you have it. So let's keep going. We are mid-August, the middle of the night. Nitchel Lapaix, 27, leaves a party in Rosemère. Rosemère's going to be the northern tip of Laval or something like that. Based on my memory, it's going to be the northern tip of Laval. Very northern, the extremity. So there's a party there. Nitchel Lapaix, 27. He's partying. So maybe it wasn't a strip club or a bar. He's pursuing celebrations with a group of friends. Oh, in a bar in Laval. There you go. It's a bar in Laval. He's partying with his friends. Two men armed. I'm not sure what they mean. Two men armed are waiting for his arrival. So two men were waiting they were not partying at that place with him, and they got into a argument and they shot the guy. That's not what it suggests here. He's saying that the two men knew he was going to have a party or knew he was going to be there, and they were waiting to kill him. It says at his arrival. And they shot 17 times in his direction. This is what the prosecutor Karine the rope, basically, she's trying to hang the rope on them, to resume the circumstances of 2021. Okay. Premeditated murder. You see? Premeditated. So, yeah, if there was any doubt, it means that they were going in for a hit to kill this guy. So I like what happened, but I like what I'm seeing for the fact that it's going along perfectly with what I told you based off my memory. That this is a tit for tat situation on the street level. Guys going back and getting, you got my friends, I'm gonna get one of your friends now, etc. Back and forth. See what's going here. Now, let's go back. It says to the night of the 16th and 17th August. That night, Nitchel Lapaix lost his life. Two people were waiting in order to kill him. According to the version of facts, 17 projectiles were shot when he exited the bar called Crazy Moon. The bullets came from two arms, different arms. So two people were definitely shooting him. Or one person was controlling both of them and spraying him with two arms. Well, as you could tell from the story, two people are accused. You do the math. No, there was two guys. Each of them had one in their hands, and each of them shot. And that's the total of 17, according to a theory by the prosecutors. And then they fled on board of a BMW. Yep, and they're saying that these two people are Tarek Youssef Baidoun and Sylvain Kabouchi. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, they saw the vehicle speeding away with the BMW with the guys. Someone saying, bang, 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 bang. I heard 5 shots. I thought these were, those things kids play with? It makes a big explosion sound. We have fun with those. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you say it in English. Pétard, but you know what I'm talking about. You throw stuff and it makes a bang sound. Kids love that. I used to love that when I was a kid. So they thought it was that. Basically, toys. But whatever, let's keep going. So they saw a truck, a pickup, a style pickup, white pickup style, but it wasn't a pickup, it was a BMW. And the vehicle was speeding at a very high speed. And they're saying that that person was driving at 70,000 kilometers an hour. So he's saying he was going so, as an expression, was going so freaking fast. All right, because they were fleeing the scene. So they saw a white car, whatever, and he was not stopping. He was just fleeing real quick. Anyways, man, we're not gonna read all that. It's going to be the same stuff. Now, as evidence inside of the courtroom, this is where we learn stuff. All right. Yeah, this is where we learn stuff. So they tried to reanimate Nitchel, but he still passed away, I guess. A weapon was found in the man purse worn by the victim that evening. Imagine that, man purse. What generation we're in. Now, the evidence does not contain any images where it is possible to identify the suspects. So it means they were not able to get any video cameras, pictures like that to use as support to prosecute them. They didn't have that. But what they do have is the pinging, their cell phones pinging the local towers. So they have logs of your cell phones pinging the towers. And registers of telephones and GPS and surveillance camera. I don't get it. You said you had no images. Now they're saying surveillance cameras. I don't get it. But anyways, let's see what we got. Le trajet. Alright, I think we're going to leave it there. There's nothing more. They're just cooked, basically. I think they got the evidence to prove that they premeditated all of this. They probably even have text messages. If these guys didn't, they're probably cooked. But yeah, it was planned. Why did they want Nitchel Lapaix dead? What happened? What's the story behind it? That's what's interesting. And I find it odd that they're prosecuting him. They're proving that these guys did it without telling us the motive. They usually be able to support themselves with a motive to convince people why they are guilty. They wanted him dead for this reason. They don't even know. Because if they had it, they would have used it. They would have pounced on that opportunity. But the fact there's no mention of why here means they have no clue. They're just able to piece together facts, random facts together and to say, look, it's got to be them. It's got to be them. And no, it was not an accident. They must have thought about it. We have their car pinging the location. I don't know, maybe it pinged at the location beforehand. Maybe they visited the place beforehand. I don't know. Maybe they followed him. I don't know. But they wanted what they're doing here. They're only laying down evidence to say that this was premeditated. That's their goal here, apparently. But they don't tell us the why. They don't know. They don't seem to know. Man, or they didn't mention it, or they just didn't mention it. Very weird. Let's see. We got another one here. We might learn something more. 17 rounds on a victim in Laval, and they start to analyze the scene. Oh my God, I can't even. That's not good. Not good at all. That's gonna get me dinged. Police and experts on the scene. See, we're not gonna read everything, but so that's he looks crazy. Huh? How different he looks. Look at this. Okay, maybe not. This is him here. This is him here. I guess not. If you were wondering who your Arab Power friend is, here you go. Here you go, guys. I'm gonna try to zoom here. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any more details. Same stuff. But they shot the guy 17 times. That's crazy. So they're saying that one of them shot 5 times, and it's the other that did 12. So who do you think shot the 12 times? Do you think it was him, or was it his partner? Which one did the 12 shots? Which one really wanted him? Where are we going here? That's the partner there. There you go. Tarek Youssef Beydoun. There you go. I really don't. Yeah, whatever, man. Au moins 6 ont atteint la victime. Oh, so yeah, if you want to know here, say 6 of them hit the victim, 2 of it in the head. But so okay, so they shot 17 times, but they're saying at least 6 did touch the guy. So he died from 6 of them. The majority didn't touch him, I guess. From those 6 that did touch him, they saying that for sure minimum 6 did touch him. Then from those 6, 2 of them was in the head. Yeah, and then on the other side, they found the shells hitting. There's homes, right? You saw these homes, so I guess they found some shells on the cars. You see where they put the yellows here? I guess that's where it landed, right? Logically, that's what these should be for. Landing. Where did they land? Let's keep going. An arm and money. Okay. Now, the investigators eventually noticed that the victim had in his possession a loaded arm and a stack of money in a bag. So he was going to the strip club to make it rain, to feel like his favorite rapper here. And that's the stack, I guess. If that's the stack. This is his comb. And I guess the what's going to be in here. This one's not too bad. It doesn't look like a purse too much. This looks like, this stuff that guys could wear. All right, I'm going to have to do that and have no choice. According to witnesses, yeah, same thing. They saw the guys running away, whatever. They went on the white vehicle, we know that. Yeah, they're using the cell phones pinging in the towers nearby. They know they were here for sure. So, before you do this, it's not rocket science. You might want to, maybe, you might want to remove the SIM card. I'm not encouraging you here. But maybe, just maybe, while you still can, while you can still remove these SIM cards. Because I heard that the new cell phones, they don't work with SIM cards or something like that. And I don't like it. I don't like how everything is becoming so freaking streamlined, man. You gotta keep. They told me I'm with Fizz Mobile. They said your phone's too old. We're using Volt E technology, and you're done. I'm like, dude, I don't want to buy another phone, man. What are you doing to me? I hate how everything keeps. You gotta keep giving them money, man. Leave me alone, man. Let me just freaking use my phone. Leave me alone, man. But yeah, those freaking bastards. Oh man. Well, anyways, I'm gonna cut that here, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for making jokes. I love when we can laugh, man. I love laughing. Not take this too serious. And yeah, it says Google tracks all phones, even without cell service. Damn right, man. It's crazy, dude. Crazy. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Adam Rogers, Chris Hensley, Mr. Green Thumb, K6 Real, Daniel Gould, Gagnon Alain, DJ. What's up, DJ? The Youth. What's up, buddy? Ryan C. What's up, Ryan? Mountain Woman. What's up, Mountain Woman? And did I miss it? Jesse Marasco. What's up? Hey, right back at ya. And do we have any more new? I'm trying to not miss anybody. Sheriff of YouTube. Almost missed there, right there, man. Sheriff. Oh, Anthony Serrano as well. He came in, huh? What's up, Anthony? What's up, pal? And yeah, for the longest, Anthony, I didn't know you were from America, man. That's crazy, you know, that you're from there. You're watching. Usually it's Canadians watching American stuff. Practically 99%, you know. It's crazy now these days. It's sort of changing a little bit. You guys in America are getting curious of the North. That's pretty cool, man. You know? Pretty cool. We got, what else we got here? Yeah, I think I did. We got everybody. And, oh no, I didn't. The Silent Bunch. The Silent Bunch who say nothing. Yeah? You, pal, you say nothing. And that's good, man. Like I always say. Sometimes, you know, it's the smartest in the room is the silent one. The one who says absolutely nothing. He's the smart, silent guy, you know. That's the guy you need to watch for. God bless you, bro. God bless you all. Thank you for joining in and having a little bit of jokes with me, man. I love it. I love when you guys have a sense of humor and you want to joke around, man. It's good, man. It made my evening. Thank you to everybody. Have a great night. See you soon, pal.